my previous clinic, they found micropolyps in the uterus and prescribed doxycycline for 14 days. Would that clear them? Or should I repeat testing before an FET? Can micropolyps cause implantation failure? So a polyp is a finger-like growth of tissue that usually either sticks up like a tree trunk or it hangs down like an icicle. It's a fleshy growth on the inside. And what it's doing is that it is, as I like to say, it's taking up valuable real estate inside the uterus that can otherwise be used for an implantation. It's also often a sign that the lining itself is unhealthy, that there's something wrong with it, that you really have literally grown a patch of weeds in the lining of the uterus. And so what we want to do is take a weed whacker to that, clean that thing off. That polyp, if you think about it literally, it can act like a windshield wiper and, sort of bat an embryo right on out of the park when it's trying to implant there. It's taking up real estate. Micropolyps, as you call them, are instead of one big, well-formed polyp, are a bunch of little polyps. The fact that they treated you with doxycycline says that they believed that those micropolyps were related to chronic endometritis, meaning to say a chronic inflammation in the uterine lining. And so sometimes you can think about it, if your skin is all inflamed, it gets red and maybe it gets dry and flaky. Well, the same thing might really happen in the lining of the uterus there, that if it's all inflamed, that you may grow a bunch of little, like little excrescences that are sort of sticking out from that lining. So their hope there was that those polyps would go away. In your situation, since we didn't do that evaluation, I would sure recommend you get that looked at again, really before you go and do an FET, because if they didn't remove anything, if all they did was a little biopsy and left a bunch of polyps behind, thinking, well, this is inflammatory, so hopefully antibiotics will take care of it, I'd sure like to know that mechanical issue is not still sitting in that uterine cavity waiting for your embryo to come along so that it can go, you know what I mean? So I think, given how precious these embryos are and how much we invest into making the embryos, seems to me to be the best idea to have that evaluated again.